let's move on really quickly. Shiksha Arora, formerly working at KBC, now works at a different media house where she has been doing news, right? Now, she's a very beautiful young woman, I think of Indian heritage, and her parents apparently moved here from Delhi. The mom got married to the dad when she was pretty young. She was about 18 years old. She actually says, my mom and dad were in arranged marriage. It wasn't a love marriage. In India, there are those two types of marriages, where you either are, it's a love marriage where the two of you are, compatible, and then there's obviously the other variety, which is arranged marriages, where your family, their family, they see, the two of you are looking like you would make a beautiful
Looking
couple.
very good, very nice.
It's giving a lot of prestige. You're in the same cast in terms of quality of family, quality of stock of the genes, financially, y'all on the same level, like you will add value to each other, that kind of arranged marriage. So those are the two types of marriages that tend to exist. Naturally, arranged marriages are more popular because, well, they've been done for many centuries. However, love marriages are soon becoming very popular. Even living with the same thing with Indians, where you guys end up living in the same homestead with your family, like your in-laws. When you get married, you move to your in-laws' house. You all live together in one household, uncles, aunties, cousins, all of you. Nowadays, it seems it's becoming more acceptable for children to get married and to move into their own homes. So times are changing, things are changing, right? But she actually says that the mom and the dad were an arranged marriage, and she decided that it is difficult for you to make these decisions because, according to Aurora, she says, look, I feel like for a man and a woman to live together, there's so many things that happen between the two of you. You need to have an understanding with each other. You need to be let me quote her. She says where is this? She says that living with a man is difficult. Naturally, living with a man is difficult. Just like living with anyone. Living with a man is very difficult. It takes a lot of getting used to each other. You start to get to know this person's likes, their dislikes, what they're into, what they're not into. And this is all a learning process. It's a curve, You start without knowing anything, and then you proceed knowing a lot more of them. And ultimately, she says that for her, it seems that she feels like love marriages are more important because then in that case, you've at least gotten to know this person a bit. You've already interacted with them quite a bit. It's not like an ambush where you don't know this person, they don't know you, and now you're forced to be in a relationship with them and get to know them while you're married. No, it's better to know someone before you get married. Y'all kind of get to know each other, get to enjoy each other's companies, figure each other out, and then become married. Because, as she said, love is a beautiful thing. But I feel like in this generation that we live in, it is important to get to know a person in order to understand them. You need to spend time with this person, get to know each other's likes and dislikes. Let me tell you, living with a man is not easy. And to be entirely honest, absolutely agreed 100%. Because guess what? You've been from the east. Natoka east. Mimi metoka west. The way I've been raised is probably going to be very different with the way you've been raised. The way I see things is going to be probably very different from the way you see things. The way we interact with each other and we interact with life is going to be very different from the way the same. So my point is, it is very difficult to live with a person because they're a stranger. But at the end of the day, once you get to know them, you get to realize that it's not that bad. But yes, you do need a bit of time. Like, I wouldn't know what to do if I was to be put in an arranged marriage. Woo! Wouldn't know where to begin.
It's difficult. But anyway, she came out of the situation good. So maybe
she's married now.
It's not all bad. But to be honest, I feel like it takes a lot to get into an arranged marriage with somebody. Because the whole purpose of dating is getting to know each other, to getting to know if you guys are actually a good fit to each other. So now imagine skipping that whole part, getting hitched, and now there's no room for divorce, especially in their culture. If I marry you, I'm marrying you forever. So now you're getting into marriage. This is a serious situation. You expect to now start having kids. You barely know this person. He could be a serial killer.
Yep.
He could be the type of person who leaves socks everywhere. He could be having stinky feet.
Oh, he could be having
halitosis. He could be a lot of things. She could be a snorer. She could be, as in, you do not know a single thing about this person because You've never met them. As
Yep.
in, beyond, being introduced to each other
Yep.
and then the wedding day, you don't know this person. They do get a courting season,
They
like a
do.
very short period to get to know each other. But before
And
that,
it's supervised though.
yeah, it's all arranged. I can pretend to be somebody for like 2 weeks, and then when we get married, I show you how I eat a whole packet of sausages in one sitting. What you gonna do? You ain't gonna divorce me? We married
Nothing.
now. You my husband.
We
You
done.
better work overtime and provide. So I feel like arranged marriages are just, ooh, they're difficult. But I do see a few people, especially when you're a bit older and the streets are dry. Has your phone ever been so dry, even your service provider is not sending you promotional messages?
Oh,
So, such people, when they get there, they're like, hey, maybe arranged marriages are not that bad. Maybe I should call my parents, be like, hey, hook me up with somebody. Send somebody. Hook me up with somebody from the village, because Nairobi is difficult. It's difficult to date. So there's pros and cons. Pro, you don't have to go searching. Your parents vet this person. Cons, they could be a serial killer. So, yeah.